Hello students, in the today's session we'll talk about depression, its diagnostic criteria, types of depression and pathophysiology of depression. Now first of all, coming to the definition of depression. Depression is a psychiatric disorder. Psychiatric refers to mental. So depression is a psychiatric disorder characterized by persistent feeling of sadness, depressed mood that leads to loss of interest in various activities, causing significant impairment of daily life. Now here there is very important thing to note is this, that there is persistent feeling of sadness. Depression is characterized by persistent feeling of sadness. There is a difference between feeling depressed and suffering from depression. Almost everyone feels sad or unhappy from time to time. For example, losing a job, getting low grades, illness. But then the circumstances change and obviously the sadness or the depressed mood disappear. But depression is a medical disorder. There is persistence of sadness. There is persistence of depressed mood, irrespective of circumstances, irrespective of whether I get a job or I lose a job, irrespective of whether I get good grades or I get low grades. So there is persistence of sadness and there is persistence of depressed mood, irrespective of the circumstances. Now, a few very important facts about depression. It's a common mental disorder. As per WHO, more than 264 million people are affected globally. 10 to 15% of general population experience clinical depression in their lifetime. It is the leading cause of disability globally and it is one of the major contributors to the overall global burden of disease. Onset is in mid-20s. It's more common in females. If we talk about the ratio, then female is to male ratio is 2:1. Close to 8 lakh people commit suicide annually globally because of depression. Now we will talk about the diagnostic criteria of depression. That is how we can differentiate depression from the general sadness or the general depressed mood. Now, as per the guidelines of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder, DSM-5, depression is characterized by persistence of feeling of sadness, low mood, and loss of interest in usual activities for at least 2 weeks. And these feelings must be accompanied by at least 5 other common symptoms of depression. So that means the sadness or low mood, it should persist for at least 2 weeks. And along with the sadness and the low mood, there should be at least 5 other symptoms. Now let's talk about the symptoms of depression. There is change in the appetite, losing or gaining weight, sleeping too much or insomnia, fatigue or low energy most of the days, feeling worthless, guilty and hopeless, inability to focus and concentrate, unusually slow or agitated movements. Now this refers to psychomotor retardation or agitation, that is a change in the brain mental process that leads to either slow or agitated body movements. Then last and the most important of all, thinking about dying, suicidal ideation or suicidal attempts. As we've already seen that as per WHO, round about 8 lakh people commit suicide globally annually because of depression. These symptoms must cause the individual clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, that is related to work or other areas. Now we'll talk about different types of depression. Now we'll talk about common types of depression. First and the most important is the major depressive disorder. Symptoms persist for more than 2 weeks. Then persistent depressive disorder. Depression persists for more days during a 2 years period. Bipolar depression is very important. Cycles of mood swings from mania to depression. That means the person suffers from mania, followed by depression, followed by mania. There are cycles of mania and depression. Depression, as we know, is characterized by persistence, sadness, or depressed mood, whereas mania, it refers to extremely elevated and excitable mood. Next comes the postpartum depression. It can occur soon after childbirth, and the main cause behind postpartum depression is the hormonal and lifestyle changes. Then premenstrual dysphoric or disabling disorder, the depression or persistence of sadness or depressed mood are seen during the menstrual phase. Then seasonal affective disorder. Here the depression occurs because of the change in season, and episodes are very common during the winters. There is disturbance of the circadian rhythm. Apart from this, in winters the body is exposed to less amount of sunlight, and when body is exposed to less amount of sunlight, there is reduction in the production of serotonin in the brain, and that is also one of the causes of depression. Then atypical depression. Atypical depressive episodes with reactive mood. That means improved mood of the person when the person is exposed to the pleasurable positive events. And during the atypical depression, there is found to be increase in the weight, oversleeping. The person suffers from anxiety, and the person also suffers from rejection sensitivity. Now we'll talk about the pathophysiology of depression. Connective abnormalities in corticolimbic network leads to depression. Refer to this diagram. There is imbalance of neuronal connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic region of the brain. Now, limbic region of the brain is characterized by hypothalamus, amygdala, and the most important is the hippocampus. So there is imbalance of neuronal connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and these limbic regions. Now it is seen that in the depression, the volume of hippocampus decreases. Reduced hippocampal volume is noted in the person suffering from depression. Now there are three main neurotransmitters which are responsible for these neuroconnections between the cortical region and the limbic region. That is, three neurotransmitters are responsible for the neurotransmission or the connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic region of the brain. And these three neurotransmitters are, the most important of all is the serotonin, then norepinephrine and dopamine. Now, one important thing to note over here is this, that serotonin is the main neurotransmitter, and it is the main neurotransmitter, and it regulates the connectivity and communication across the prefrontal region and the limbic region of the brain. And serotonergic neuron of central nervous system, they regulate the mood, and serotonin also regulates the levels of norepinephrine and dopamine in the brain. So three major neurotransmitter connecting the corticolimbic network, these are found to be present in the brain stem. Serotonergic neurons containing the serotonin, that is 5-hydroxytryptamine, they are found in the raphe nucleus. Norepinephrine or the noradrenaline neurons, they are found in the locus coeruleus. Then dopamine, it is present in the substantia nigra and ventral tegmentum. Now, it is believed that depletion or deficiency in the level of 5-hydroxytryptamine, noradrenaline or the norepinephrine and dopamine is the main cause behind the depression. Now, apart from the biological causes, that is depletion or deficiency in the level of 5-hydroxytryptamine, noradrenaline and dopamine, there are Certain other causes behind the pathogenesis or pathophysiology of depression. Physical health issues, chronic illness like cancer, AIDS, arthritis, renal failure, infections, all these trigger depression. Stress. Stress is a very important factor. Chronic stress leads to increased levels of cortisol, and persistent increased level of cortisols cause reduction in the levels of serotonin in the body. Drugs, corticosteroids, beta blockers, benzodiazepines, anticonvulsants, statins, these all can trigger depression. Environmental factors, very important factors, death, sexual or physical abuse, unemployment, all these factors, they can trigger the depression. Genetics also play a very important role. Genetics is also very important, significant risk factors. It has been seen that parents and grandparents with depression double the risk of depression in offsprings. So this is all about the pathophysiology of depression.